Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, working in collaboration with other stakeholders, will undertake a vigorous exercise in addressing the challenges posed by unplanned settlements in our country. To this effect, I, through the circular to all the town clerks and council secretaries, has directed all the local authorities to embark on preparation of local area plans for the upgrading of all unplanned settlements in our country. In this regard, government has committed to enforce in full the Regional and Urban Planning Act that is intended for the provision of planning, the development, and of land use, for the grant of permission to develop land and for other powers of control over the usage of land, to confer to public authorities additional powers in respect of acquisition of land and development of it, with specific reference to the capital city of Lusaka. One of the interventions in upgrading the unplanned settlements to proper suburbs will involve the identification within the outskirts of the city pieces of land for possible resettlement of our people. This will facilitate for what is lacking now in terms of road network, drainage in our compounds in Lusaka. I would like to also cite the current status of unplanned settlements found in the following compounds: Misisi, George Compound, Kanyama, parts of Matero Township. These unplanned settlements have clearly hindered the development of the essential services such as standard roads and drainage systems, like I've said earlier on. We plan to attend to all these densely populated settlements that have inadequate roads as well as infrastructure in there. And it is for this reason that we have experienced a lot of poor mobility of people and also motor vehicles, and this has led to flooding. And the flooding, because we have a lot of shallow dug wells and also pit latrines, we have had leads to diseases such as the outbreak that we are currently facing, that of cholera. And in addressing this, the government will take deliberate but maybe a little bit painful measures by initiating this conversation with our citizens, residents in these unplanned settlements for possibilities of relocating some of the families and upgrading these unplanned settlements. This is for the good of everyone. We are taking a varied approach in addressing current outbreak of waterborne diseases such as cholera, dysentery, typhoid. As one of the interventions, we'll be creating an environment that is conducive for establishing of proper planned settlements for people's dwelling. The government is committed to ensuring proper settlements around the country to facilitate more effective and efficient delivery system. And I would like to now give caution to our citizens that we will not entertain arbitrary, unplanned, unauthorized new settlements. This also goes to the local authorities, propelled by councillors and officers who are the agents of the Ministry of Lands in parceling out land, that we will not tolerate anything that is outside the integrated development plan that has been developed for about 45 local authorities, and we are at this point moving toward development of the integrated development plans for the remaining local authorities in our country. We are very hopeful that once we achieve this, we are going to be forgetting these constant outbreaks of waterborne diseases such as cholera, for this remains the only long-lasting solution to the current challenge that we face.